Hey there, welcome back. There's some limitations of the feature compare function that I'll review in this video. You see two parts here stacked in the graphic area. Both have combine and split features. Let me adjust the separator so that you can see these parts are identical up to revolve 1. Now let's drag the separator back down and compare the parts. Tools, compare features. I'll select my parts A and B and then click Run Comparison. The results tell us that SOLIDWORKS didn't compare Combine 1 or Split 1. In fact, SOLIDWORKS won't compare a number of features: thickens, cavities, shapes, deforms, joints, move, and copied features. If you have these features in your part, they're just going to appear in the Uncompared Features column. So these are some limitations of the Compare Features tool. Let me show you a few more examples of where SOLIDWORKS isn't able to compare the features. So give me a sec here. I'm just going to bring in 2 surface extrudes. Okay, here are parts A and B, 2 surface extrudes of different shape. Let's compare them. Tools, compare, features. Select part A and then part B, and click Run Comparison. SOLIDWORKS tells me the selected documents are identical. Basically, SOLIDWORKS can't compare surfaces either, only solid features. Let's click OK. Let's take a look at another example of when using the Compare tool can generate some unexpected results. Here I've got 2 parts. They are completely different in geometry. However, the features have identical names: Boss Extrude 1, Chamfer 1, and Cut Extrude 1. Those are the names of the features in both documents. Same name, different geometry. Let's compare them. Select the first and second document, Run Comparison. SOLIDWORKS tries to classify these features as modified, so basically we won't get any meaningful information from this comparison. Now let's take a look at another example. Just give me a moment to open the files here. I've got 2 part documents open, you guessed it, parts A and B, and they happen to be identical. This is part B, and here's part A. So completely identical. But watch what happens when we try to compare them. We'll use the Features function, select part A, part B, and then click Run Comparison. So good news, SOLIDWORKS tells me that the selected documents are identical. Let's click OK and close the Compare panel. Now let's rename a feature in Part A. Give Part A's Cut Extrude 1 a slow double click. We'll call it Cut Extrude 2. Now let's compare again. Features, select the documents, click Run Comparison. So even though these 2 parts remain identical, SOLIDWORKS has now identified these 2 cut extrudes as unique, even though the geometry is identical. Let's restore Cut Extrude 1's original name and run the feature comparison again. Tools, Compare, Features. Select our documents. Click Run Comparison. Once again, the documents are identified correctly as identical. Let's close Compare mode. And let's change Sketch 1. I'm going to edit the sketch plane this time. I'll use the front plane and click OK. And let's compare the parts again. Select the documents, run the comparison. Now SOLIDWORKS thinks that the chamfer is modified. In a situation like this, get ready for SOLIDWORKS to produce some unexpected results. In my case, for example, SOLIDWORKS thinks the chamfer is modified. So depending upon the part you're working with, you might have correct results or you might not. Keep in mind these examples of when the Feature Compare tool doesn't work correctly. Next, we're going to learn how to compare feature appearance.